What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking. This one's gonna be a juicy one today. Just a normal weekday video. I think what I'm gonna start trying to do now with these midweek, late week videos is either baseball tips and tricks, or just current sports news and analysis. Just gonna kind of talk about what's going on in the scene. I don't think it necessarily has to be baseball related, but any sports news. Um, this idea just popped into my head. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. I got over on the other screen, pulled up. As we all probably know by now, the Astros got busted. Uh, really depends on if you're an Astros or Dodgers fan. I am neither, so knuckles. So I relatively neutral observer. This is gonna be a festival. Yep, learn from the best. But the Astros finally got punished. So I guess the real quick summary of what's been going on, is that they've been caught stealing signs from opposing teams, and apparently this goes all the way back to 2017. So they've been, I guess, using some guy in the hallway on a computer, uh, and they would have cameras, and if they would see certain things, I think they would like hit a trash can or make some noise to kind of tell, um, let them know what's going on. So this was caught. Don't know how. Forgot how it was exposed, but they finally got investigated and they've been punished big time. It depends on what your perspective is. I'd be interested to hear, what do you think about the punishment after I read this down. So this is a list of what went down. Those knuckles. But $5 million fine, which apparently is the maximum allowed. I'm reading the CBS article. And they give up their first and second round picks in the 2020 and 2021 drafts. The GM suspended for a year, but he was fired. Manager AJ Hinch suspended for a year, but he was fired as well. And also, the former assistant GM, back when this was happening, was suspended for a year. Now, you got some people saying, on one hand, this article says the punishment was harsh and unprecedented, especially given the nature of the offense. I've read comments elsewhere. I mean, depends on how you look at it. They may or may not have won a World Series by using this. So, if you think that's the case, the question is, would you trade $5 million, essentially 4 draft picks, and your GM for a World Series championship? And I think most people would say, sure, why not? You know, $5 million. That's nothing. That's a drop in the bucket. I don't really see that being significant. 4 picks, yeah, that could be a big deal, but the nature of baseball, I would say, is that a lot of it is, obviously, you're still developing your own players, so it could be compensated for. Whereas if this was like football, basketball, I mean, basketball, there's only like, what, 2, 3 rounds. But football, if you lost your first 2 picks for 2 years, that would be substantial. And the GM personnel thing, that's so so. So this article just goes on to say that, they have to obviously find a new GA, replacement GMs, excuse me. And they're saying they might also have to switch up, pitching to the Astros. I mean, that's relatively minor, but I think they could have done more. I don't know. They've never it's seems like it was a big deal from my perspective. Um, because if you, at the end of the day, you really have to maintain the integrity of the sport. And if people are out here just blatantly cheating, and this is a pretty big advantage if you know what's coming to you, especially at this level. I, I mean, I don't know what punishment would be sufficient. Vacating games. It's not like college where, at least in football and basketball, you vacate victories, vacate championships. You can get postseason bans. But I think just since it's the MLB, it's professional. It's a little different. Uh, but yeah, as I said, let me know what your thoughts are on this controversy down below. This was kind of the uh, news, the big headlines of the week, if you will, in baseball at least. So uh, let me know how you're feeling about that. And we'll just get on with this gameplay. And one other thing I just want to say, these knuckleballs are just killer. Speaking of tips, I don't even know what to say right now. The knuckle fast. Oh my god. I am so bad just looking at this. Oh my. I can't. Because you're expecting slow, and then it just really comes at you. That reaction speed. My hands aren't used to it. But that's crazy. Now I see, of course, Bellingers are ranting on how they're cheating. Obviously, Dodgers players are mad. If you're a Dodgers fan, I'd be pretty pissed. But some people would compare this. Now, on the other hand, some of you may know, big Patriots fans, seen the Gronk jersey on the channel before. But some people say the Patriots are cheaters. I mean, it's deflated balls, videotaping, make of it what you will. I will say on the record, I think the Deflategate was a sham. Don't want to get into any fights, but that was just fake news. But yep, is the game punishing me for it? Of course they are. Man, that was bad. But yeah, that's about all I got for the news part of it. I'm gonna try to keep these videos on the shorter end of things unless there's something crazy that needs to be discussed. Uh, yeah, we're just gonna play through the rest. Might just fast forward through the gameplay into the final results. But thanks for watching up to this point. If you stick around, let's enjoy the content. Yeah, other sporting news, cheating scandal, that's just crazy. Just insane. But knuckleballs are also pretty insane. Oh man. There we go. Finally got one. He's not gonna get there. Not even close. Why did you stay on first? You stayed on first base for so long. Could have gotten to third at least, I would say. And the thing is, this guy's a 57 overall. Imagine like a 70, 80 overall pitcher with knuckleballs. The game would be unplayable. Straight up unplayable. Of course, he's going to heat check. Ooh, okay. 2-2 the count. course it gets caught. But I should be smashing these knuckleballs when I can. Alrighty, I quit. I'm done with this. This game dumb. This game dumb. Let's skip over to the ninth and see what happens. See what we can do. Sixth inning, seventh inning, eighth inning, ninth inning, 10th inning, 11th inning. Another one. See, if it's not me personally batting, I can do well. It's not bad. But once it's out of my hands, it's really out of my hands. It's out of my control. Top of the ninth. Let's finish out this game strong with a 2-run cushion. Haven't had too many blown saves lately, which is awesome. I don't think we've lost in a while, actually. But put the old closer in there. Let's. No. Ooh. Okay, Ty Run is at the plate now. Haven't seen an error in a while. Got to admit that. Have to admit that. Have not had an error. But it is what it is, and of course, they're going to go for second. Not going to get there. We get the win 3-1 on this midweek news show. Don't know what we're going to call this yet, but I was trying to give you all more content. I know there's usually a pretty big gap between Tuesday and Sunday, but let me know what you think about this format. If there's any news that you want me to discuss pop up during the week, be sure to drop that down below in the comments on any video. I'll always read the comments on the videos and try to respond when I can. But thanks for watching. Like the video, comment down below. You already know what the last thing is. Peace out.